Alright, so today I just want to talk about a few things really fast. It feels like the gap between making videos is getting longer and longer, and I'm starting to miss you all. But I really don't like making videos for no reason other than just to make a video, and I'll probably talk about that towards the end of the video. YouTube may not like that, but hey, it is what it is. Also, thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday the other day. I'm surprised that so many of you remembered it, and I appreciate it. Anyways, the other day while I was at work, I saw 3 pretty similar comments pop up in my notifications, and then a 4th one after I got back home. And since I'm pretty bored being at home all the time, I figured I've got some extra time and wanted to talk about the game for a little bit. One thing that I haven't really talked about much on this channel, and something else I haven't talked about in like 2 years, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Also, before we start, I am ready to start this Shinobi challenge with all this extra time and get it out of the way. So if you're not subbed and you do check out this channel every now and then, I'd really appreciate it if you took a second and sub to the channel. Now let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Alright, so one comment I saw recently sort of stuck with me, and I thought about it for a while. It was about what I said a few videos ago where I mentioned that I'm a fan of the samurai and the samurai are my favorite faction, but I don't play them because I don't really enjoy any other playstyles and find playing them pretty boring. The commenter responded to that basically saying that I just enjoy playing strong heroes even if they're boring, and that I won't use a bad hero if they're boring. And I've seen comments like this for a while, often pointing out that I enjoy using Black Prior and I'm willing to use my bash. Of course, I don't use Black Prior because he has a bash, but I'd be flat out lying to you if I said I don't like having one. Almost every character I play regularly has a bash: Warlord, Shaman, Tiandi, Black Prior, Valkyrie, Yorm, so on and so on, because I like having some sort of option against people who can block regular attacks, and because bashes are just really good in this game, as we all know. And it is true that I like stronger heroes. That is no secret. I make it pretty well known that I really don't like being shut down because I cannot attack an opponent who can do something as easy as blocking on PC and forcing me to play extremely passively. And as I've said before, I like having options and things I can do during fights, which is one reason I'm really looking forward to the testing grounds changes, because I could use more heroes offensively without having to worry about being blocked or parried so easily. And I also had a lot more stamina to work with, so I could attack more. I like being on the offensive and not being in fights for a minute or longer or so, because neither my opponent or I can land anything. Anyways, say what you will about, say, Black Prior, but from a single light attack, there are plenty of things he can do. You can throw a second light, I can throw a bash, I can throw an undodgeable heavy if I think they're going to dodge, or I can do nothing, or I can fast flow into bulwark. From there I can bulwark counter anyone who tries to attack or bash me, or I can throw an unblockable. Plus it has superior block on it, so I can use it against my opponent or fend off an external attack with it. That's just from a single light attack, and I like that. He's got options. You all know what he's got in this kit. Same thing with Shaman. You all know what she's got, so I won't go into that. Then I look at the samurai heroes, all 7 of them in the roster, and none of them look interesting to me, and that's alright. Everyone likes different things and different playstyles. I see Kensei brought up a lot. I never mentioned that Kensei is a terrible hero or a bad hero. I think most of us agree that he's actually a pretty solid hero and he plays his role very well. I just don't enjoy his playstyle. I like his style, his looks, his fashion, in the same way that I like the other samurai for their looks and overall fashion, because I do truly like the samurai faction for what it is, just not from a gameplay perspective. I've stuck around and lost all these rounds with the samurai faction in the faction war and won't switch. I just wish that Yubi could make at least a few of these heroes a bit more versatile, and hopefully if they make another samurai hero, I hope they make them as good as, say, Black Prior or Shaman. And yes, I know that Kensei does have a few things he can do. He's got the whole top heavy mix, he's got armored attacks and unblockables, some good feats, a good zones, so on. His playstyle just doesn't appeal to me personally. I'm not going to go into the kit of every samurai and hero I use, but at the end of the day, I just like to attack, I like to fight. A lot of the heroes I use can fight and get people to move or open up much easier than other heroes can. Does that make me a Metaslave, as one of my friends like to say, or a sweat, or a tryhard, or whatever term you want to use? Sure, I guess. But one thing I've sort of been screaming from the rooftops since this game has released is use whoever you want and use whatever heroes you have fun with. And it just so happens that I have fun with these characters. I'm not one of the people who enjoy using weak characters or have fun winning against better characters with a worse character, because there are plenty of people out there who do like to play that way. And if you are one of those people, feel free to let me know. I actually want to know how many people watching this video enjoy playing that way. There is nothing wrong with people that play that way. I used to enjoy playing that way much earlier on in this game's life, but nowadays I don't get much from it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a bit. Is it important? No, but I did want to get a bit deeper into that. And the second and last thing I want to talk about real quick is about why I still even play For Honor. After it was announced that this season was going to be delayed for 2 months, I started seeing more and more and more comments talking about how there's no point in even playing anymore. And I mean, I've seen people say that for such a long time. I've been seeing people say that since a month after this game's release, when there was bad press and people were all over the game for a variety of reasons. I think if you feel that you shouldn't play the game anymore, just don't play it. I've never seen the reason to announce your departure from the game unless you're announcing it to a group of friends that you play with regularly, or if you're a content creator, whether it be a streamer or a YouTuber, getting ready to leave the game so that the people that view your stuff don't get confused and know what's going on. I've never felt the need to uninstall the game or quit the game, but I do take more breaks than a lot of people. I'm on a break from the game right now. Double XP has been going on for a while now, and I've played a total of maybe 4 or 5 games, including the footage I gathered for the background of this video, mainly because I'm just waiting. The testing grounds changes sort of spoiled me, and I often think about those changes whenever I do play For Honor, because they really made the game much more enjoyable for me personally. I think the breaks are one of the reasons I can continue to play this game regularly, as I'm not really grinding for anything. I don't really care for overall rep or anything, or even the rep on my characters until the new armor sets release. I'm also not involved in anything competitive with For Honor, so I can just hop in and out as I please. I'm also not really missing out on anything because nothing major is happening. You know, there isn't a new hero, a new season, a new pass, no reworks or anything like that. And as I said before, there's really nothing wrong with that. You can't blame Ubisoft for pushing the season back. It's just what I look forward to. I still like For Honor. I don't despise the game. I don't hate it. I still play this game because I still have fun with it. I still enjoy the premise and what it has to offer that no other game has to offer, and that uniqueness is one of the game's strengths to me. I can't get this experience anywhere else. A lot of people try to steer me towards Mountain Blade, but I don't really think you can compare this game to any game that's out in the market right now. I think the game still looks really good, it sounds really good, and the idea of playing it still makes me want to hop on, especially if I haven't played it in a while, even if there's not much for me to do. And as always, I'll be real with you guys, I'm just like everyone else. There are times when I can load the game up and wonder why I even bothered turning it on, you know? I can hop into a match and run into some dude with 170 ping who can still somehow stay in the lobby, or I can just hop on and just not feel like playing, you know? Now, if this game had any serious competition, you know, a game that tried to emulate its own formula and give us something similar to this sort of combat, I'd be all over it, but there's not. So For Honor is the only place to get this sort of combat, and if things are going well, the game is still a lot of fun. Also, making videos and just talking with you guys about the game is still a lot of fun for me. I'm really happy with the community this game has helped us build, and I enjoy conversing with you all or just messing around because there's some really funny people out there, and of course I met some cool people and made friends with this game. I also plan on sticking with this game until the very end of its life cycle. I have no intention on totally dropping the game, even if something were to happen and by some strange happening I ended up making videos and whatnot full time on another game or subject. I'd still see this game through until the final update because I've already been covering it for so long, you know, and I want to see the final product. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. Again, sorry about the breaks between videos. There's not too much happening in For Honor at the moment, and and I haven't been playing as much. You all know what's going on right now. I can't say anything because YouTube will come after the video, but at the start, you know, things were fine. Nowadays it's starting to impact me a lot more, and it's actually been pretty stressful, so I haven't really been feeling up to hopping on For Honor of all games and just getting annoyed at any little issue. You know, I could whiff a guard break and just toss my monitor at this point, but I won't go too deep into anything. I just wanted to throw that out there for anyone who likes watching these videos. Anyways, I do want to know what you guys think, so be sure to talk to me down in the comments about anything we talked about in this video. And as always, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like and sub if you're new, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.